Who is responsible of our suffering? Let's talk about it. I think it's a very common thing as a human to try to avoid suffering, yet somehow it always catches you, right? The reason I've decided to talk about this is I've started reading this book called The Healing of the Five Wounds. And I posted on Instagram a quote, and I'm going to read it to you. It is always our perception or our interpretation of events that causes our suffering, not what others are or do. And I've asked a few of you to tell me what is your interpretation of what I posted. A lot of your answers I could definitely relate to them. Let me read to you one of the replies. It says, no, there are plenty of times where others or their actions hurt us or cause us suffering. We can take responsibility for our actions and our emotions and how things make us feel. But there are moments where outside forces lead us to suffer. And I could 100% relate to this because, as this message said, I took responsibility of my emotions and everything, but then I was like, well, this person is acted this way, so therefore they caused me to suffer. But I realized in this case, and you can disagree, I was wrong. Perfect example that this book brings up is saying, go back into like a past experience you had when you were a kid. And let's say your whole family was there and you talk about it and everyone remembers that day absolutely different. And you think like, did I live a lie? Did they live a lie? Who lived the lie? That's a perfect example that our mind will see a situation, create a situation, and deal with the situation differently depending of your wounds, your traumas, and your understanding. So everyone might act in ways that sometimes you will think it's unfair or it triggers you to feel upset, and other times it won't. Like how we deal with about the situation, how we feel about a situation, it's our responsibility, and how we react is our responsibility. The suffering is also our responsibility because the suffering is a creation of our mind. Saying that doesn't take that the suffering is real. You're human, living a human experience, feeling them feelings, feeling hurt, feeling upset, feeling that situation has hurt you. It's absolutely fine. You're allowed to feel that. But how cool will it be if you could not be that? So in other words, our suffering is our reaction of our ego. It's a way of protecting ourselves, although it's an unhealthy way of protecting ourselves. How cool it will be not have to suffer. How cool it will be to be aware you have certain reactions that you've created to protect yourself. So well done for doing so, but you don't need them anymore. You don't need them to survive, to live, to go and do your thing, to be loved, to be accepted, to just be you. You don't need all of that. What others do, it's their own thing. But putting the blame on what they did and not how you reacted and not how you caused the suffering, it's the easy path, but it won't get you far. If you instead accept it, I used to blame a lot my past experiences to my present traumas. I was wrong doing so because I chose them. You will think like, oh, but you don't understand, I went through this. Trust me, I've gone through things. I'm sure that there's people that's gone through things that are like imaginable. I've also gone through things that are very imaginable. Like I was like, how did I survive that? It became the trauma. Instead of being like, okay, yes, I went through that caused certain reactions and certain traumas, but I am not the trauma. I don't choose to be the trauma. I've gone through that, and I want that in particular to be my strength. What can I learn from that situation? How can I overcome that and not become that? So it doesn't become my suffering, but it becomes my strength. It doesn't mean ignore them. No, please. I will never say to you, ignore a trauma. Please feel it, go through it, but don't become it. Just feel what you need to feel, heal what you need to heal, accept what you need to accept, whatever you went through, even if it was caused by a situation or a person. But don't allow that to give power to who you are today and how you react to situations. Make yourself free from that. I am so happy that I was able to be wrong about something and I have the opportunity to learn and rebuild again who I am in a stronger way. If this has found you, I hope that in some way it brings you what you need in this moment in time like it did when it found me. And otherwise, If you don't resonate, that's absolutely fine. I'm not here to tell you something so you believe what I believe. Anyways, guys, it was a pleasure as always. If you like this video, give a like. If there's anything you would like to say with what I said and you would like to question what I've said to you, please put in the comments. I love it. I love your comments. I love the things that you bring to me. It's actually helping me to grow a lot also. So I really appreciate every comment of yours. If there is anything that you would like me to talk about next video, leave it in the comments. I will see you next. Have an amazing, a lovely, and a blessed day. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Oh, hello. I feel like I just swallow a bit of this fluff. Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría a cosa buena. Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Aha. Yes, yes. Shall I do some ASMR? Yes. ASMR. I don't know how to say that. Listo. Uy. Oye, cada vez que digo eso, it's just like every time I say this, you start over again. No.